Okay, so what's been going on lately? I've not arm wrestled a lot this year competitively. I did the Atlantics, and that went okay. I got fourth on the right, second on the left. I did a tournament not long ago in Rishabukdo where I got second on the right, and I didn't do very well on the left. Uh, I think it was more technical mistakes than anything else that hurt me in that tournament. Training is going exceptionally well in the gym and on the table. In the gym, for some reason, I don't know what it is. I think maybe I had a neck reconstruction surgery 3.5 years ago, and the neurosurgeon told me at the time that I could expect about a full recovery in a year, at the longest, a year and a half. He says, but at a year and a half, the rerouting of the nerves and the improvement that you've made, you can't expect to get any more than that. He said, that'll be it. So I thought that was it. But he was wrong, if that's the reason for my recent gain in strength. But over the last 2 months, all of a sudden my gym lifts, and in particular, like earlier today, I was doing it's called a Viking press. So you stand and you do shoulder press overhead. 6 months ago when this gym opened, I could, 2 plates on at each side, I could do about 8 reps. 3 plates, I would maybe get a rep. Today I did 2 sets of 8 with 3 plates. So that's an exceptional strength gain. There's some technique involved in that, but I think that the nerves are rerouting. My pressing in other areas, because a lot of my strength losses from my nerve failure was tricep atrophy. I think that might be coming around. So although that's not directly related to arm wrestling, pressing power, it's an overall confidence boost to be strong. And I enjoy being strong. And of course, arm wrestling and strength is very important. My arm wrestling lifts are going up too, probably more incrementally because my hand and forearms are areas that weren't affected by my nerve damage. But the overall momentum that I'm getting in the gym, in the practice, I'm doing very well in arm wrestling practice lately. The guys that were giving me problem aren't really giving me much of a problem. The guys that I was kind of even with, I'm pulling ahead of. Guys that are ahead of me, I'm catching. So I'm pretty confident. So anyway, next, not this weekend coming, but in 2 weekends, the 29th of September, I've been offered a match against a guy named Phil Cardy. Now, Phil Cardy's not a household name outside of his own home, I wouldn't think. But in the local arm wrestling scene, he's a very respected arm wrestler. And he's somebody that I've looked up to since I started in the sport. He's smaller than me. I'm going to say that he's 220 pounds. I don't think he'd be 6 feet tall. It's hard for me to tell. I'm tall. Everyone kind of looks the same to me. But he's a real test for me. If I can beat him, that kind of puts me on a different level. If I can even stay competitive with him, it puts me on a different level. If I get beat by him, it's not the end of the world. I'll figure out why, and I'll go back to the drawing board. But it's probably the biggest super match challenge of my career so far. Now, he dominated the Atlantics recently, and he's the kind of guy that gives me problems. He gets in tight, he's fast, and it's a real hurdle for me. But I love a challenge, and this is meant to be fun, so I'm enjoying it. I'm at my strongest, so if he beats me, it's a well-deserved win for him. If I beat him, fabulous. Then it's on to the next mountain. But preparations have gone well. My training's been different. I've kind of took back my arm wrestling training. I've been training a little less, maybe a little more heavy. But the recovery time, I think, has been a key. I'm practicing more often than I normally would, but not as hard as I normally would. So I've kind of changed my training in that I do less frequency, heavier weight in my arm wrestling practice, more frequently, not as intense. So I'll try to pull each guy 2 or 3 times. I won't stay at the table for a half hour. It just seems to be working for me. So anyway, this will be my second to last training session before I take a full rest for the event, and I'll get back to you with an update when it's said and done.